I will say this, there is simply nothing like sitting on a stage surrounded by musicians making the music that we make. My name is Amanda Goodburn. I'm a violinist in your Toronto Symphony Orchestra. My mom was a piano teacher, and so I played the piano from the time that I could reach the keys. But she didn't want me to play the piano because she regarded it as a bit of a lonely instrument, and she really wanted for me to be able to make music with other people. She chose the violin for me. And when I was 5 years old, I was taken along to violin lessons and, provided with a very, very small little violin. I'm pretty sure that by the time I was 10, I knew I was a violinist. That was just who I was. I really, really love music. The whole realm of human experience can be expressed through sound. To me, that's kind of miraculous. Almost every concert, I experience something profound. I cry on stage regularly. I've stopped even trying to hide it now, because I just find things so moving, or so joyful, or so beautiful. So it is a huge privilege to be able to do this and to share it with people. That's incredibly special. I think that music is extremely unique. We can share something of being human without saying a single word. Sharing music makes people better. And I know that seems a bit naive, but I truly, truly believe it. My violin was made by French violin maker Nicolas Morlot sometime between 1800 and 1840. I don't know the name of the person who owned it before me, but there is kind of a funny story. I was playing in the Cape Town Philharmonic Orchestra. One of the members of the orchestra knew that I didn't have a really good violin. And he had seen a violin advertised in the classified ads of the local newspaper. Because back in the day, that's where you advertise for things. And it was made by the same maker as his violin. And so he said, I think you should check it out. So I contacted the person and met them, and it turned out that they knew nothing about violins, nothing about music, and could care less. They had been given this violin to pay off a debt, and so they just wanted to sell it. And I bought it, and they were happy, I was happy. One of the really cool things actually about Nicolas Morlot, the maker of this instrument, is that he was a very talented painter. And he fought in the Revolutionary Wars in France, and he actually used to paint his instruments. Sadly, this instrument is not painted, but there are examples of his violins which have really, really beautiful, ornate artwork on the back of the instrument. I think the violin did come with papers. If I remember correctly, they were printed on fax paper, and I have lost them because I was in my early 20s and I didn't know anything about the importance of attribution, authenticating where a violin is from. I just knew that it sounded good. It was certainly better than the one I had. I could afford to buy it. My entire career in the Toronto Symphony, I've played on this violin. I did also buy a modern instrument, but I've been in the orchestra for 20 years and I've played this violin for most of those years.